I'm gonna start.
Alright.
You have to start. It's your podcast.
Okay. So you're
My
recording?
pop. Oh.
Welcome back to Brady and the Boys. Here we got Brady Bennett, our host, and of course joined by Michael Chilson and myself, Nate LeDuc.
The boys.
Yeah, so here we are talking about the last part, section 5 of The Go-Giver. And yeah, I think we'll just go right into it. Section 5, Joe, finally finishes the saga. And the law in this part was the law of receptivity, which states that the key to effective giving is to stay open to receiving. So, what do you guys think this means?
I think it means you have to have a receiving type of personality, right? You can't just be hating all the time on everything that happens. You can stay open to receive anything good that comes your way. You can't just, you have to jump on those opportunities.
I was thinking of whenever my dad would go out with his friends and they try to give him money because he bought dinner for them, but he denies it. I was thinking gotta accept it.
That's why your dad's not rich, like Joe.
Joe,
Yeah.
Dad's just as rich as Joe.
You gotta learn how to receive. Your dad is not very good at that.
Yeah, it's like Santa Claus. He needs to learn how to receive the gifts. That's why he eats the cookies and gives the carrots to the reindeer. That's actually a really good example.
This kind of goes into what Pindar was saying too about how it's impossible to just keep giving and not receive because you just cannot sustain yourself.
Yeah.
Pindar sounds like a bad guy name,
Kind of.
like a Harry Potter film.
Yeah.
I was thinking of
Pindar.
James Bond villain. But yeah.
Bond James Bondeth.
Personally, in Jesus, I can't think today.
Whoa.
Connected to the other laws, or in comparison to the other laws, this one it's a little simple, I say.
I thought it was more confusing.
It's very confusing compared to the other ones, but
Yeah.
once you get it, it's just receive stuff that you worked for,
Right.
basically.
I do agree with that. Yeah, like the other laws, you really have to think about how you can apply it to your life. This one is just do continue to do good for others, but also allow them to do good for you.
These are big words.
I do think this is one of the most important laws, though, just because it lets you, actually survive.
Reap the rewards of your
Yeah, this is
or whatever.
really the law that lets you become successful necessarily. All the other ones help you to become successful, but this is the one that allows you to fully, become. That's probably why I'd say it for last in the book, I'd say.
Yeah. Because once he gets that once he actually receives that final thing,
Yeah.
it kind of changes his entire life.
Yeah. And it just, it lets all the things he's worked for with the other law just kind of, it come full circle. So I guess we should just talk about how we apply this law of receptivity in our lives. So who wants to start?
I'll start. I apply this law by anything anybody's given me. I've taken it immediately. They say, do you want to go get a cheeseburger? Yes. Only if you're paid, but yes. It works. My week's been great. So, one hell of a law.
Too bad that's not a law in the U.S.
Yeah, I wish it was a law. You have to go.
How do you apply this
Man,
law?
that cheeseburger.
For
what?
How did you apply this law in your life, Brady?
Someone offers me something, I'll be like, sure, I'll take
Any
it.
specific example, perhaps?
I replaced the light on my dad's buddy's car, and then he paid me $100 for it. And so I was like, heck yeah, I'll take it.
Yeah.
Don't know why it was $100, but
Yeah. Kind of something that happened for me was the other day. I did some work around the house and stuff, and then to appreciate it, my dad made me a bowl of ice cream, and he's like, "Here's a bowl of ice cream." I'm like, "Thanks," even though I didn't really want ice cream. But I'm like, I should just accept this. That way, he feels good about himself. instead of just like rejecting it and make it feel like his like kindness went to waste.
Yeah.
That's just kind of I think just kind of what the law is really saying. It's like it just ties into letting others become successful as well as yourself.
No. Yep. No.
Yeah. Yeah. Anything else to say? Final thoughts about this first law or the fifth law rather of the Go-Giver.
I think it was interesting.
They use big words.
They do. Yes.
It's just interesting how it has to be a law to reap your rewards, basically.
You'd think people would understand it. But
Yeah.
it's hard to understand sometimes.
I wonder if there's ever been a situation where someone's been like in that business and it's like, you know what, I'm not gonna take this massive deal.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be broke for the rest of my life instead.
Yeah. I mean, clearly, if they put it in the book, someone's done it. Yeah.
So,
I guess moving on. Just a general overview of the entire section. A lot happened this last thing. It's kind of like everything was kind of disconnected for the rest of the book, and it all kind of came together.
yep.
Yep.
I guess
I
that's
mean-
why it's called full circle.
Yeah, that is.
Full
Yeah,
circle.
that is the
That's the
last
end of
part.
the chapter.
I think. I believe.
It is?
Yes.
Yeah, that is the name of the
I
chapter.
agree on that.
Yeah, I think this was definitely like the most detailed chapter, and they even had some plot twists, which I was not expecting out of the Go-Giver. I thought it'd just be a super simple part, but it was just an interesting chapter to me. I think it was a good end to the book.
It made it very interesting.
Yeah, and in our last episode of this podcast, we were talking about who the connector could be,
Yeah.
and
What did
we
I say?
we threw around some interesting suggestions about who the connector could be, as in Joe and the devil, alongside other things. But one thing we actually did throw out there was Gus, and it turned out Gus was the connector halfway through this chapter.
Who knew?
So, I mean, I think that was just an interesting thing for me. What do you guys think?
I really thought we had him with the devil.
You're right on.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were so close.
We were similar, Gus and the devil.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, they're both
Yeah,
old.
I thought Gus was interesting. His character arc didn't really have an arc. It was just him smoking in Joe's office, and I thought that was cool.
Yeah. And
Joe
then,
didn't have an office.
He had a cubicle.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
yeah.
Gus came in there and smoked a pipe in it,
I mean,
like a G. That was cool.
do you think?
Sick.
I feel like
and
Gus.
and then he put it out with his finger. Ooh, that was slick. Oh my gosh, he smooth with it.
Do you think Gus like owns the company? Because I don't think he does anything. Super.
Yeah, that seems like some CEO stuff.
He probably owns part of it. That's what I think.
Yeah,
He'll own
maybe
part of
he's-
it and leaves the
Maybe he's
easy
not
job
getting
for
paid
him.
to work there.
He's probably already like made for life because he just doesn't have to work. He's just doing it for fun.
He just does it for the people.
Because he knows Pindar, whatever. Then he probably knows the 5 laws, which
He
if
is
you
the
applied
5 laws.
them- If you applied them,
Was
you should be
born in the
rich.
dark.
Vain.
Yeah. I think it's really funny because after he figures out Gus is the connector, Joe's like, "I got you. I know you're the 5th person I'm meeting."
I knew it.
And then Gus is like, "No, I don't know."
Yeah, who was the person that he met?
Well, we're talking about that in a second here.
Oh.
I guess we can just go right into it.
Oh,
5th person.
perfect
So,
conversion.
yeah, good job, Brady.
Thank you.
That's why the show's named after you.
Yep.
So yeah, it turns
I'm
out
like
it
the
was-
interviewer, and you're
Right.
the interviewee.
Yeah, it turns out Gus connected all the people together, but he's not the 5th guest. Joe goes to Pindar's house. Rachel, the copy girl, talking to him. Joe thinks she's the 5th guest, but she was not. And I mean,
Joe's not the
Yeah.
smartest guy.
can you guys believe it turns out the 5th guest is a Go-Giver? You know, the Friday guest was actually Joe himself.
Oh my
And-
gosh.
And Pindar's just saying like, Joe, you've changed. You've
That's
become
why
this
we're
new
breaking
person.
up, Joe.
What do you guys think about that?
I think that's pretty crazy.
Yeah,
I
is
still
it,
don't understand how he was a guest if he couldn't like talk to himself. But
well,
Well, maybe
think
he's
it's a
just a
figurative
psychopath, and this whole thing was all in his head.
yeah, Gus is just
Figure things.
schizophrenic.
yeah.
Or not Gus, Pindar.
He's just in a mental hospital.
Yeah.
He's thinking of this whole
Like a spray
situation.
jacket there. Shaking around.
Yeah.
Climbing up and down the walls.
Jesus.
Yeah. So
Interesting section.
They're all interesting.
Yeah.
yeah.
The ending of the book was very nice. I thought it was cool. The way it actually
Yeah.
did all go full circle. And he
Yeah.
connected with all those people that he talked to before.
I don't think it's likely that'll happen in real life though. Just like
Yeah, I
this
doubt it.
guy's like, there's one thing I need, and you'll become a millionaire, and that's like the
It
one
kind of
thing.
sounds
you
like
know.
those
He got
scams.
lucky
Like,
with
give me
Rachel.
$10,000
Yeah.
and I'll make you a millionaire.
I mean, it worked out for Joe.
Did
Is
they
it crazy?
actually ever mention the company name that bought all that coffee?
No, it was.
It was a big one.
I guess that way it
supposedly.
stays with the times, you know.
I guess so.
Because they were like, I don't know, like Starbucks.
believe
In
me
like
if I told
50
you.
years, Starbucks goes under, and it's
Yeah.
like, oh, what's Starbucks?
Yeah.
It's just a thing that keeps the book, the Go-Giver, modern.
I guess so.
I don't know how we're supposed to make this 21 minutes. We're at 11.
Make sure you get the house music ready towards the end.
Yeah. Shit, how am I supposed to do that? I just like hum the beat.
Yeah, we'll get something.
Oh, wow, wow,
Uh,
wow.
Yeah, so I mean, ending the book, it's crazy that like Joe just makes his own company with Rachel and that one dude, like Neil or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That was like his competition before, wasn't it?
yeah. I think what happened is like, yeah, his competition. Joe referred him like the guy, and then the guy in his competition got in like a pickle with the company, and then they asked Joe because Joe gave such a good referral. I think that's what happened there. That is kind of cool. How they're, I would see that. Like, talk to the guy who gave a good referral the first time.
I'd say that's
I knew
more of an
that
oval
Once
than
he
a
gave that
circle.
referral, he was going to
Yeah.
get some, get back for it. He was going to get some, he was going to receive something for it.
Yeah. And
Michael,
yeah.
what did you think about the cover of this book?
Red?
Good answer.
Looks like it has Hermes on it.
It does.
What?
Yeah, I don't know who is supposed to be on the cover.
Hermes?
But
Hermes.
just
I don't think that's his name.
I'm pretty sure that's
I'm
his name.
pretty sure it's
I'm
not.
going to look this up to prove it wrong.
Like, pretty sure it's not his name.
so as we're finishing up talking about just the last part, what are your guys' thoughts on the book as a whole?
Pretty good size. It's like 6 inches wide, like 10 inches tall.
Yeah,
It's
is
very,
Hermes, by the way.
very
Hermes,
satisfying
not
book to hold.
Hermes.
I didn't say Hermes.
Yes, you did.
Rewind the tape.
Yeah, we're gonna restart.
Yeah.
Let's
I
do it.
will go back to that time.
Hermes. That's not even a word.
That's why I was like, that's not his name.
All right. What do you think of how fast his company grew? Wasn't that like the ending? He grew in like a year or whatever. To like
Oh, I thought it was a
massive
week.
conglomerate?
Yeah, that's crazy.
He gained a lot of money really quickly.
Joe's
Kinda
just a
like
code
going
name
overseas
for
and stuff.
what's his nuts?
Steve Jobs.
Yes.
Steve Jobs.
It sounds like something bad.
Yeah, they were already getting ready to go overseas and stuff. It was weird. For
Dang.
coffee. It was
Just coffee?
What were they going to do? Give coffee to people in South Africa?
Help those starving children.
Yeah,
Thirsty.
over.
Give them energy.
Yeah, then they don't have to walk 10 miles up and
Well, they still do.
uphill both ways.
Feel like 1 mile.
Mm-hmm. It'll feel a little bit more bearable.
No. Okay, what was you guys'? Do you guys like the book? Like, was it a good read, or is it something that you would not like want to recommend to somebody?
I would recommend this to my grandma, not my sister.
I thought it was a good book, especially for a business class. I mean, it's business oriented, so
Well, yeah.
I don't know if these 5 laws
It was
will
a
be
good
as
story.
stellarly successful as they were in the book in real life.
Well, it's just an idea.
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like you have to be pretty successful at first to start applying those laws first.
I guess. I mean, you have to have some sort of business. I think is the point. Not necessarily successful, but just like you have to have something you're trying to
You have
do.
to have at least connections, because I mean, if this dude didn't even have a connection to Pinder, he wouldn't have known any of the
Well,
laws
right.
in
You just
general.
gotta talk with people. I think.
I guess so.
Yeah, but it's a little difficult. I can see that.
Brady, what was your favorite part of this book?
The ending. Yeah.
What did you like most about the ending?
The part where I didn't have to read anymore.
You really get us back right on this. What
By
was the
Simons?
best law?
I'm gonna look at the laws real quick.
Yeah.
Personally, my favorite one was when he recommended when he recommended his competition.
Yeah, that was a good
thing.
That's a good part.
Because I could tell he was gonna get some compensation
Yeah.
for that.
I like the part where he just like let his wife just talk, like argue with him all night.
Mm-hmm. And then she thanks him in the morning.
Yeah.
Joe's.
You know what happened in the night too.
All right.
Got that extra thank you.
Yeah. There are.
Definitely didn't. Bro literally slept.
My-
Fell asleep in the middle of it.
Oh, I don't remember that.
Yeah.
Brady's looking for the lost chapter of the Go-Giver.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just a
Special
conspiracy
section.
theory. Especially long.
Alright.
Yeah.
It's like 8 words long.
So there
It's really
are
long, dude.
5 laws in this book: law of value, law of compensation, law of influence, law of authenticity, and law of I can't say it. Receptivity. What do you guys think? What was the best one? One that really I don't know.
Definitely law of compensation, personally. I just like the idea of getting stuff back.
Probably the third one.
The law of value.
The
Influence. That's
My bad.
yeah, the
Yeah.
one where they're like, you help people a lot better, and then they like you. And then it's like, you go into a store and then you're always loyal to that store if they give good
If you
customer
are nice to
service.
somebody and they do like you, they will like you. That's crazy how it works.
Wow, where'd you learn that one?
You, when you just said it.
Whoa.
It was very
I think
eloquent. I'll say that.
yeah.
Yo, that's why I'm so
I-
eloquently spoken.
Mm-hmm.
I agree with the law of compensation. I like that one too, because it's basically saying you gotta.
Treat people good and you get treated
Well,
back
you
good.
need to treat a lot.
This whole
The
book
golden
is
rule.
this book is about the golden rule. This book is about the golden rule, pretty much,
Literally.
but more in depth.
Golden business thingies.
All right.
Your favorite character?
Yeah, favorite character.
The dog.
I don't think there's a dog
Was there a
anywhere in this
dog?
book.
I think there was
I don't
a
remember
sub-
dogs.
distinct
Probably
lack of
Gus.
animals.
Gus.
I don't think my
Are there
book
any
has-
animals in this world, or they all been exploited for commercial profit?
They only grow food.
They grow meat mountains.
Wait, how? Yeah, wait, no. They gotta make the hot dog out of something.
I guess you're right.
Vegans.
Fortunately,
Vegan hot dogs.
Fake,
my favorite
fake
guest was
meat.
definitely Gus, of course. 'Cause
Yeah.
He's just too slick. My man.
Yeah.
He's like 80 years old, isn't he?
Yeah,
I-
but he's cool. He just sits in his
Yeah,
office
he's
and
just
does nothing.
He's just so
I
rich.
aspire to be like him.
All he does is smoke cigars in his office. He's that rich.
Yeah.
That's
Why
pretty
would he have
cool.
windows.
That is pretty cool.
Just lets it smoke up his office.
I'd be the type of CEO that I get a pellet gun, like a really fancy pellet gun, and go on the roof and just snipe pigeons from 2 miles away.
I would release a crap ton of bugs into my office and get one of those salt shotgun things and just be like, or like ladybugs or something.
It's like a game farm but bugs.
It's like Call of Duty, but against ladybugs.
They don't fight back.
Nope.
Yeah, this is
Yeah.
awesome. Genocide.
So
Bang, bang.
there wasn't like that much like just random details in this book. But have you guys found any plot holes like you think would be really funny? Just like
Yes,
noticing
the extra long thank you. Obviously.
like
Yeah, definitely. I'm definitely thinking about that.
it's like there's just anything. There's no reason for this to be included in the book. I feel like Joe's wife just kind of like there's nothing after that. I feel like kind of a waste almost. Just to
Yeah.
talk about it and then ignore it.
He didn't ignore her, he fell asleep.
No, I mean like after that. Like he just the book never talked about it really again substantially.
Yeah, she was definitely a big plot hole. Also, I don't think him falling asleep in the middle of a conversation with his wife would be rewarded later.
Yeah, that's
Personally, I feel like she'd probably be like, "Oh, what a jerk," and then she'd be angry at him for the rest of the day.
Yeah.
Or for the next day. So no, I'll get rewarded with a thank you note. That's it.
it was a note. She didn't like verbally say it.
Nope.
Oh, I
Didn't
don't
work
remember
with
this.
Also, nothing happened with Carl, who was mentioned
Carl.
only at the beginning of the story.
Who's Carl again?
He's just the guy who Joe's trying to get him to bribe the people who took his business from him or whatever, like the start of the book. He
See,
like
that's
lost the
why-
account. He's trying to get Carl to do something.
Joe is my favorite character. I love when he tries to bribe people.
We're having
Yeah.
a Gus.
That's realistic right there.
Oh yeah, true. Gus just kind of walked out.
Yeah, he
Just
kind of just
nothing.
walked around. I feel like talk to Joe occasionally and was just there.
Yeah.
But I still don't understand what he does, actually.
Yeah.
He does have to have some
I mean,
use.
I think yeah.
Yes, his money.
Coming to like the closing
His
thoughts.
loyalty.
Coming to the closing thoughts in the book. Did this book change your life in any way, and how could it make your business better if you had a business? When reading this book.
It changed my life by taking up like 2 gigabytes of storage in my brain.
I don't know if
That's
it
better.
changed my life. I could say that it definitely has some good points to, if you did have a business, that it would make it better. And it would
Yeah.
improve upon some aspects of it.
But I feel like I did a pretty good job already, like demonstrating these laws, just everyday life. But I think definitely making me aware of the laws will help me in the future.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely some laws can have very, like, small
Yeah.
things in life that they can be applied to.
All right, I mean that's pretty much it.
We're 30 seconds over. This
Yeah.
book kind of looks like it's a Russian book with the USSR colors.
It's just red, dude.
Yeah, what?
With gold.
Red and...
Like at first glance, if you
Okay.
like first time you see the book and it's just this,
I'll think, man, that's a...
I'd be like, oh,
that's a
it's
book.
a USSR book.
Nope.
Yep.
I'd say that if it
Yeah.
had a hammer and sickle, maybe, but I didn't see that.
All right, with that, let's just play the outro music, and we'll see you guys next time.
What did I choose for outro?
You did the rap album.
I'm not. I can't,
Yeah,
I'm not.
okay. Well, then
Uh,
we'll just. I think Michael's got it, so we'll just
Yeah.
keep talking a little
Yeah,
bit.
just keep
We're
talking.
just gonna go with what Michael is
Apologies.
doing.
All our devices are being used for recording, so it's very difficult to
We
get all the
gotta,
music
we gotta
going.
do elevator music.
Please don't play that.
Alright, we just have an ad break.
Yeah.
Wait, that can be our
Ad break
outro.
for Okta.
For outro.
Alright, we'll see you next time on Brady and the Boys.
Yeah.
Goodbye.
Podcast, guys.